You serious?
Yes, that is very serious. Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about Bungie. Yes, the company that is infamous for its decisions. I mean, here's the thing. This is the one thing that I wanted to talk about the most, and I kind of can't resist putting it for later. Sony is not unfamiliar to this territory or whatever you want to call it of losing money basically. They've done it with multiple games. They did it with the second Horizon game. They did it with Horizon Zero. No, not Horizon Zero. What was it, the other one? Horizon Hunters Gathering. Yeah. And of course, the big one, Concord, that they lost $400 million on that. So they're not unfamiliar to this. But to actually show another side of this to them, to be like, oh, you know what? I'm going to one up you. You lost $400 million. I'm going to lose 800.
Understand? Are you dumb? What's wrong with you?
Yeah, I'm going to double that. It's like you're sitting at a poker table and it's like a contest of who can lose more money faster in a more fashionable way. So, Jeff Keighley reported this that yeah, Sony has come out and said, okay, now because of the underperformance of Marathon, we are in an impairment loss of $765 million. Like, that is almost 800 million. I wanted to say almost $1 billion, but it's $800 million. You know what you can do with that budget? You know how many good games you can make with that budget? Like, what was it? Expedition 33 was reported that the budget for the entirety of the game was less than $10 million. Less than 10 million. Okay, let's call it an even $10 million. With a budget of $800 million, I'm not saying that's what Sony gave them or whatever. I'm just saying if you put the company in $800 million worth of loss, yeah, effectively with the budget of $10 million for a game that is not a triple A, it's a double A, and it won with like the small studio, small developers, like, yeah, they won 9 awards. They won against, Jesus Christ, they won against, what's this guy's name? Hideo Kojima. Oh my God. Dude, if you go against someone who is a genius when it comes to creating games, yeah, Metal Gear Solid was like, I didn't really, the last one they did, it really didn't stick with me, yeah, and I didn't play the remake. But here's the thing, man. You played the early games that they did, and you're like, dude, the ingenuity is out of this world. Like, how do you come up with this? Like, how do you do this? Yeah, it's awesome. It's such a joy to play those games. So they went against that guy who created that game. Yeah, the devs from Expedition 33. Yeah, they went against Hideo Kojima and they won. It's crazy. Okay, so with a budget of $800 million, you could make 80 games like that. Okay, you don't want to make 80 games. You don't have that budget. Maybe 50, maybe 20. Mind you, that Bungie is coming from Destiny 1, Destiny 2. Like, here's the thing. When you play a live service game, we all pick our own favorite, like, studio. Someone picks Blizzard, someone picks NetEase, someone picks, I don't know, Criterion, I don't know, everyone picks a company that they're like, oh yeah, this company makes good games. I'm just gonna, like, oh, what are they working on this time? Oh, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. So here's the thing. You have invaluable advice from the player base that has been with you since Destiny 1. Like, if you go on Steam charts, there are people that are like, oh, I invested 3,000 hours in Destiny 1. I invested like 8,000 hours in Destiny 2. I had my friends, like, one of them 700 hours, the other one 1,000 hours. Like, people put in the grind because they're like, oh my God, yeah, this game is actually fun. It's actually enjoyable. I want to invest more time in it. Like, with me, I've put 727 hours into Marvel Rivals. Why? Because I like it. Because the game is fun. But if they start making stupid decisions, they're going to lose you. It's as easy as that. Look, I said it before. I'm going to say it again, okay? With live service games, each game that is launched, they need to borrow from one another's player base, okay? Because I'm not saying there are no people out there that don't play it. It's just a matter of how players invest their time. Because look, if I'm playing Marvel Rivals, there is Overwatch. I'm not gonna go and play Overwatch because I've invested so much. I mean, Marvel Rivals is a much better game in like overall. But apart from that, I've invested 727 hours in this game. Do you really think I want to get on a game that has been out there long before Marvel Rivals showed up, and basically people have thousands of hours in Overwatch 1 and 2, but now all of a sudden I want to hop into that game that I have zero experience in, I've never played it? No, I know how to play Marvel Rivals. And yes, it might be there are similarities and all that, yes, but I've invested 700 hours in this game. I'm not going to hop on another game, be like, oh, you know what, man? Let's start a new chapter. That's not what players do, okay? They stick to one thing they know. When Arc Raiders came out, there are a lot of players that came from Escape from Tarkov. But also, some of the player base they had remained there, and some of the ones that hopped on Arc Raiders got back to Escape from Tarkov. Because that's what they want to play. That's what they enjoy playing, and that's what the game. That's the game that they've spent more hours and more money in. You're not gonna jump in a game that you've never spent another hour, especially if it's live service and it's something that is monetized. So here's the thing: Bungie releases a game instead of focusing on Destiny 2, instead of actually making it better, instead of pulling money away from that and putting into Marathon. They make an extraction shooter, something they've never done before, and they expect it to fly high. Why? Why is there such an expectation? I don't understand it. And that's just one of the things they've done, okay? Releasing a game in a genre that has never been more overpopulated than before. That's one. Secondly, your studio is making the wrong game. Your developers are not extraction shooter developers. That's not what they've done. Look, we saw this with EA, okay? EA became this kind of machine that either does Need for Speed or Battlefield. And then every time they pulled the devs from one team to another to do that. And look how Battlefield, Battlefield V went. Battlefield 5. That was a disaster of a launch. Why? Because they borrowed from, like, Criterion was on the team. Why is Criterion that developers are, they've been producing racing games forever, working on a shooter game? Why? How does that even make sense? Why would you borrow from a team that has no experience in that area? And even if they have, it's not even close to what DICE has been doing, to what Frostbite has been doing. And that's the thing. They do this because they don't want to pay other people. They don't want to hire more people. And we all know that these companies don't pay well in the first place. So, of course, they're going to borrow from the other team, be like, oh, okay, we'll just pay you the same amount of money. Just work on a shooter game instead of a racing game.
You serious?
So, yeah, of course some disaster like this for Bungie is going to happen because your team is doing an extraction shooter that they've never done before, and people are already playing their favorite extraction shooters in the first place. Why are you releasing another one? Like, didn't you learn from High Guard? Like, you didn't see what happened to High Guard and now you're doing this as well? Like, it's just stupid. It's just one bad decision after another. The same thing, by the way. They've been doing the same thing with Destiny 2 multiple times, and the player base was unhappy multiple times. Nothing happened. They never change. And then now you get this. Oh, we want to launch a PvE. By the way, I talked about this as well. I said they make the same mistakes. I said they do the exact same things. Every single one of them does. First, they have high hopes that, oh, this is going to go somewhere. Then it doesn't. Then they blame, like, oh, okay, we didn't do this and this and that. Okay, fine. Let's put a PvE mode. They do a PvE mode. It doesn't take. The game basically loses all player base. They start laying staff off, and then the closure of the studio. The exact same thing happened with High Guard. The exact same thing has happened multiple times. And people have mentioned it. But no, it's just listening to shareholders and board of directors instead of the player base. Like, Marathon as an idea to begin with was wrong. You want to invest money? Invest money in making Destiny 2 better. Invest in the same game that has been there since 2017. It's been out there for almost 10 years, yeah? If I have an IP that's been there for 10 years, for a decade, I want to make it better. I don't want to fuck around and invest in something else that I don't even know if it's going to take or not. At least with Destiny, you have the player base from Destiny 1 and 2, so why not just invest in that? Why not just bring more people or new players by introducing more things to it, by putting the same money you want to put for Marathon for Destiny 2? It's just stupid, man. I mean...
Hey, I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.
That should say it, man. Like, really, you look at this and you're like, yeah, I'm not really surprised. What did you expect? Did you expect, like, oh, this is going to be like the best extraction shooter it's going to go places, really? Come on, please. By the way, I didn't want to talk about this last thing, because I already had done it before. But the thing is, man, the game itself doesn't look good in the first place. It really doesn't. Like, I've never felt sick or anything, or not even remotely close to epileptic when playing a game. And I've been playing games since I was like 7, 8. Like, dude, this game, it's like visual vomit. Like, it really is. It's so annoying. Like, there's a scope in the game that when you look through the scope to shoot your enemy, it looks like it makes your entire vision on the enemy purple. What the hell is that? Like, it's so annoying to look and play the game because you're seeing a multiplication of colors throughout the entire time that you're there. And you're like, oh my God, man. Like, it's visually exhausting to play the game. It really is. But yeah, that's about it. I don't know, man. I mean, at least that's how I feel about the game. And honestly, predictions, I feel like maybe they're gonna do exactly what Highguard did, and they're gonna introduce this PvE mode. They're gonna bring out new PvP modes as well, and gradually it's gonna come down from 15k or 13k down to like maybe 5k player base, and then they will start laying people off in that period of time between like the 5k and 13k. They're gonna lay people off, and then eventually they're gonna be like, oh well, guys, it didn't take, and we've put Sony in such a predicament that, you know, now we have to pay the losses and this and this and that. So I don't know, man. I really don't want Bungie to close. That's not why I'm making this video, you know. I'm just saying, man, just stop making stupid decisions. Just please listen for once to the player base. Just do that, okay? You'll make all the money in the world. You'll be more successful than you can ever fathom. Just do that, please. But yeah, that's about it, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. And by the way, I saw that a few people have subscribed. I said it before, man. I'm gonna say it again. That's not why I'm making the videos, man. It's not for the subscription or the likes or whatever, but I really, really appreciate you guys subscribing. I really appreciate you guys liking. It means the world. It really does. I've never done this before. It's my first time, and you know, if somebody likes the content, man, it's really heartwarming. It really is. So I really appreciate you. I'm very thankful, and I hope you have a good day. Peace be with you.